No, we have not removed 100% of the yeast from the bucket. Bucket.
This is the thing. This is the big thing. We need a scooper, which we have. We need a sandy bucket. Okay. So anything, any kind of vessel would be fine. I usually use like a large Tupperware, and normally he would throw this away.
Just trash it.
And then he'd go to the brew store and he'd buy a new packet of yeast. And the amount of yeast he would buy would be about that big. Come on in, Wally, you can see this. And he would pay, I don't know, depends what kind he got, like anywhere from like $5 to $10 for that much yeast.
Yeah.
This right here is probably $300 worth of yeast. And this yeast is primed and like ready to work, okay? So you're gonna add that fresh wort to this and this yeast is just gonna go nuts, okay? But what we gotta do is prep the bucket. So here's what I do. I take a dry paper towel, hand me a dry paper towel. Everything starts with the dry step. Clean the shaft.
Oh, you're really good at that.
Yep, clean that shaft. There we go. Wild yeast is coming in as we speak. But there's so much of that good yeast that the wild yeast is like overwhelmed. But still, we want to be good about it. Hit this with sandy as soon as you can. This zone in here is where yeast like to hide, the aspid zone. I just make sure to spray in there real good. I like to come in here and give a nice spray to everything around the inside. Okay, another dry paper towel. Okay, this is called the rim job. So you do the rim job first with the dry paper towel. Once the wort is in here, it's going to come up to like about that level. Everything below there is going to be protected. Above, it's all the airspace above. That's where bad stuff can happen. You're going to get that shit out of there. We don't want any of that. And I like to start with the dry one because I feel like it's more abrasive. I'm going to get this stuff above the ear line. It's not a perfect job. We go on to the wet stage.
He's recording them.
Wet sandy towel. Make sure this upper 6 inches, the top 6 inches is nice and sanitized. This is another spot because this is the entry point. Is that good? Good. This part is an art. There's no exact science to it. When we brew at our house, the yeast is halfway up the spigot.
Wow.
Yours will start to do that because it's exponential. So the next time you do this, you'll have even more yeast. And you really can't mess it up. Okay? Typically, it's removing 75% of the yeast seems to be a good benchmark. The watery.
Is that good?
It's just a game of chicken. In fact, we're going to be blending this all up and mixing it all up later. Okay. One last sanding and we close this up. Sanding that, sanding in, sanding in. Okay, good. Our fermentation vessel is prepared. Voila.